Good morning, you guys. So I wanted to jump in here while I'm drinking my pre, because I was talking to Claire this morning about this like aha, I guess, moment you could say that she had, and I wanted to share it in here with you guys because I think it's very relevant. Very relevant. Is that the right word? I don't know. But it can pertain to a lot of you guys when it comes to like this business and thinking, not even thinking, but overcomplicating this business. And this was me for so many years, thinking that, what is that noise? Stupid watch of Nick's that Grayson likes to play with that goes off randomly all the time. So annoying. Anyways, that think like this business has to be complicated and that you have to spend all day working this business and that you have to be an expert. And we were just talking about this and like working through this not a block, but just this like aha that she had. And I was like, oh my gosh, I bet so many more coaches on our team feel this same way. So I wanted to just come in here and like talk to you guys about it because honestly, this business is so simple. The things we do are simple things, but we tend to overcomplicate it thinking that we need to be doing more. We need to be working more. We need to be an expert so we can't like invite people or we can't talk to people or we can't share what we're doing because we're not an expert, right? Nobody's going to take you serious because you're not an expert, right? Whatever. But here's the thing. If you're a coach, you already know more than your client knows. You already know more than somebody who's following you knows, right? If you've completed a program, if you're a week into 21 Day Fix, or you're a week into Lift 4, you're a week into 2B Mindset or Portion Fix, like you already know more than the people who are following you, like, right? So think about that for a second. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have abs. You don't like, none of that matters. But also when it comes to like being an expert, you guys don't have to like, if you're talking to somebody and they're like, yeah, I would love to have more info, don't feel like you have to have this huge grand presentation to send them. Like if you guys go to the learning tab in this group, there is a third-party tools like section that literally has a video for each different topic. Like what is Beachbody On Demand? What is the performance line? What is Shakeology? What is coaching? What is a challenge group? Like a couple other things. I think like use those videos and literally just send that to them and say like, here's a short video that explains more about my challenge group, or here's a short video that explains more about the shake that I drink, or my pre-workout, or what coaching is, what I actually do. You don't have to, and this, okay, I'm saying this from experience because this is what I used to do, was I would used to send out like a type thing that was like miles long of like what it is you get in my challenge group or what coaching all it is. And I'd send everything all to them and I would never hear anything back because I'd overcomplicate it. And I would try to pretend to be an expert. And what happens with that is when you try to be an expert, the people you're talking to immediately think that they can't do it because they're not an expert, right? If you're acting like an expert and you want somebody to join your team, they're more than likely not going to want to join because they don't feel like they're an expert and they don't feel like they can do what you're doing. So we have to make what we're doing simple. Use third-party tool videos that we have, like where I told you. Don't complicate things. Like don't be on your phone all the time. And like that's what Claire was telling me this morning. She's like, I've realized that like I've been on my phone. I'm on my phone constantly. And it's not because of coaching, but it's just like she let coaching take over her life. And that happens sometimes because a lot of us love what we do. We get like absorbed in like building relationships and talking on our Instagram stories and like posting and all this kind of stuff. But ultimately, like those things don't grow your business. It's your tracker, the things on your tracker that are going to grow your business. So if you come in and you're like, I have 1 hour a day to work my business, what am I going to do? Follow your tracker. I can get that done in an hour, and the rest of my time is like fun business time, right? Spending more time building relationships, spending more time like watching my prospects' stories or putting more like content into my challenge groups or talking to you guys. Like that's where I can spend more time when I get that checklist done. But I think we overcomplicate it and we think like I need to be on social media all the time. And honestly, you guys, none of us join this business to be on social media all the time and to work 24/7. And I just talked about this on my stories. Like when I joined for this business, I didn't join so I was working 40 hours a week. I joined so I could work part-time hours, create a financial freedom, like income for my family, time freedom, and be present in my life, be present in my kids' life, be present in the life I wanted to create. And yes, that takes work still. Yes, it takes consistency. Yes, like you can do that in a year, or you can do that in like 1 hour a day, but it's going to take you longer than maybe somebody who's putting in more time, right? But that doesn't mean that you have to be on social media all the time. I feel like people are inspired when they're seeing you out living your life, not when they see you sitting, answering messages right away back to them when they just responded, or like seeing you sit on your computer all the time. Like that's not inspiring, right? Inspiring is the life you're living because of coaching. That's what's inspiring. So I don't know if that helps at all, but I know this business, I don't even like saying this business is easy, because it's not, because it does take work. It does take work to show up for yourself every single day. It does take work to go through growth. It does take work to do your workouts every single day. It does take work to show up and do your power hour and follow the tracker. It does take work and consistency, but the things we do every single day are simple things, are things all of us can be doing and sharing about, and that's what can grow your business. So if you're kind of like paralyzed and you're like, I feel super overwhelmed, I don't know where to start, print out the tracker. It's in the learning tab under the new coach form section. Print out the Success Club tracker and start following that. Just start checking off every single day what you're doing and what you're not doing. And that way like, okay, when I have extra time to work my business, or I feel like I want to work my business, I know what I can be doing, right? So like for me, during my power hour work time, it's not a time for me to work out. Working out is a part of my life already, so that's not part of my business time. It's not personal development time. It's literally the business chunk time. It's responding to messages. It's responding to likes and comments that people have left on my posts or my stories or whatnot. It's reaching out to new people. It's inviting people to join my challenge group and coaching. It's following new people. It's reaching out to my challengers and like mentoring you guys. Like those are things I do during my business time, and everybody's business time looks a little bit different. Like if you don't have a team of hundreds, you're probably not going to be reaching out to like a ton of your coaches and like mentoring a ton of coaches yet. But if you have a team, if you have a lot of challengers, like reaching out and like checking in on them and stuff like that. So I hope this helps, and just really something that helped me. And maybe I'll even show you guys this. I'm doing, and I've talked about this training that I'm doing a lot, this academy that I'm doing with Bob Heilig, and he had us this week create our ideal week. And I think this is so important. I'm going to set you up here, hopefully. I think this is so important with, let's see if I can find it now. With knowing how you want to spend your time and being productive, right? So like a lot of us, I work my business in pockets of time. I don't work it like, I don't work it like all day, if that makes sense. So like for me, what my ideal work week looks like is this, and I'm going to share this with you guys. I highly suggest like sitting down and like creating this, because you'll know when to work your business. You'll know like, okay, from this time to this time is my business hour time, and that's when I do my checklist. That's when I follow up with my clients. That's when I'm answering messages. That's when I'm on my social media, right? And then anytime outside of that, you're not working your business. You're living your life. You're at your job. You're with your kids. You're with your family. You're out exploring. You're out doing things that you enjoy doing for your life, not sucked into your business, right? So here's what my ideal week looks like. And today is a day that Grayson goes to daycare. So I work more on these days because he's at daycare. So I spend more time, but I spend more time like with me time. I spend more time working. But also I still I got up and I had my journal PD time in the morning, mom life. And now I'm right here. I'm in the more me time, training, pre-workout, like doing a video for you guys if I feel inspired, and then I'll work out. And then from 12 to 3, that's when I do a majority, almost all of my business time. That's when I break out my tracker and I do this stuff. I'm connecting with new people. I'm doing a social media or creating a social media call to action. I'm sharing in my stories. I'm responding to likes and comments and views. I'm inviting people to my challenge group or coaching, and I'm following up with people. I'm checking into my challenge group. In this chunk of time, this 12 to 3, that's when I'm doing my checklist, right? And then I unplug a little bit before I have to go get Grayson, and then it's mom life when Grayson's home. And then Tuesday and Wednesdays, since he is at daycare, I unplug those nights, and it's all family time. Since I was working, and in my Tuesdays and Wednesdays too, I'm always available for one-on-one time, like one-on-one calls with my coaches too. But for those of you who are stay-at-home moms, my life looks like this on Monday, Thursday, and Fridays when he's not at daycare. I still get up in the morning at the same time, do my PD time. When Grayson wakes up, I'm mom life. We work out together in the garage or in the living room. So he's watching a show or he's playing and I'm working out. And then after I'm done working out, it's mom life until he goes down for nap. So whether that's like we go to a play date or we're outside playing or whatever we're doing, like I am in the zone mom time. Am I perfect? No. Sometimes I'm on my phone if he's very like occupied and like independent playing. Sometimes I'm doing something on my phone or watching a training or something like that. But for the most part, I'm with him. And then when he goes down for a nap, this is the purple, and that's when I work my business for 2 hours. If he naps for 2 hours. If he doesn't nap for 2 hours, I just literally try and get done as much as I can in the time he's napping. And then when he wakes up until Nick gets home, it's mom life again. And then from 5:30 to like 7:30 is family time. We do dinner, we go to the park, we will go on a walk. And then if I do have scheduled time here on Thursday nights for one-on-one calls or like trainings or something like that, or if I do like a happy hour group. So those nights like Nick would do bedtime and I would do a little bit more work. And then I also have a chunk of time on the weekends where I don't necessarily get up this early, but I do try and get me time in, and I do have a 2-hour chunk where I do work my business. So that's like what my ideal week looks like. Is it always perfect? No, but for the most part, this is how my weeks go. And it goes like this because I built a habit around it, and I know when I'm going to do my business, and I know what I'm going to do when I sit down and work my business. And I think that's super important instead of like winging it. So if you're somebody who like, you have small pockets of time of like 10, 15, 20 minutes, pockets of time throughout the day, like have those set up so you know like what you're going to be doing off your checklist. Like, are you going to be taking that 10 minutes and responding to messages? Are you going to be inviting people? Are you going to be reaching out to people who are liking and commenting on your posts or your stories or whatnot? Like, have that even set up so you know what you're doing in those pockets of time. So when you sit down and you work and you have that time, you know exactly what you're doing and you're not like scrolling on Facebook. Because scrolling on Facebook is not business productive time at all. It's not going to grow your business. So I don't know if this helped with you guys at all, but I know this business, like I said, yesterday I got this business done in like, when Grayson napped, he napped from like 1:32 to like, it was probably closer to 2 to 4. And I got everything done I needed to get done. And then I unplugged and I lived my life. And that's the perks of this business, you guys. So if this helped, let me know. Otherwise, if you guys have any questions about any of this stuff, like not being the expert, what else did I talk about? Fitting this business into your life. Do not fit your life into this business. Fit this business into your life. And then using the third-party tool so you don't have to be an expert. You don't have to feel like you have to have all the knowledge. You can literally send people videos that corporate has made. Like, it's so simple. So I hope you guys are having a great Tuesday, and I will talk to you later.